The Philadelphia Eagles wallop the Tennessee Titans. What happened, Nostradamus? All you Cowboy fans telling us we were going to catch this L? Whew, bad day to be you. A.J. Brown gets his revenge on his former team. Jalen Hurts, league MVP? Let's talk. What's up, Cerebral Football fans? My name is Steven Hunter. This is Gate City Sports Channel. Hey, if you're new, channel, be the first, second, third time you caught my content, and you enjoyed today's discussion. We're on a journey. We're on a path. We just crossed over 6,800 subscribers. We're heading towards 7,500 subscribers. I would love for you to be a part of that equation and join the Cerebral Football community. Just need you to hit that subscribe button to do that. To my OG subscribers, hat in hand, here to ask you that favor, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, smash the like button, help me spike this algorithm, and get this in front of new people that we can potentially convert into our little audience here on the YouTube. All right, y'all. Today's topic. Man, that was an impressive win. And I know people say, like, well, I mean, they were like 1-4 coming to this game against teams with a winning record, and I agree. But I think sometimes people leave context out of the discussion, which sometimes it's about how a team matches up against you, right? It's the fact that when you looked at what the Eagles were doing, which was we were winning through running the ball. Okay, we were down Dallas Goedert. It did seem like our offense was a little out of sync without Dallas Goedert in terms of the passing game. And we kind of reverted ourselves into just being a dominant run-style offense again until probably got Goddard back. So when you look at a team that can really stop the runs, really got a good player in Jeffrey Simmons on that defensive line, tough-nosed, hard-fought type football game, I felt like, hey, man, this is a game to where, you got to be careful, right? I mean, this team, if it catches you on a bad enough day, it can do some damage against you. That didn't happen, man. Because simply put, even without Dallas Goedert, when teams try to fall into man coverage situations, when they start trying to man up our wide receivers, and you do not have the talent or the pass rush ability to get home, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. 380 yards without really even playing in the fourth quarter. Man, come on now. We weren't even padding stats. We're pulling dudes. This is the second game. We've had to pull Jalen Hurts in the fourth quarter just because it wasn't competitive. We walloped. We beat them so freaking bad. They put the Commanders on TV. Bro, I'm sitting here watching the game, and all of a sudden I look over, and they're like, oh, we're going to go ahead and switch over to a more competitive game. We're going to take you over to overtime with the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. I don't want to watch the Commanders and the Giants. What are you doing to me? That's how bad we walloped them. This is a very good football team. This is a football team that if circumstances fall in the right direction, the right way, if the cards, if you get dealt that hand the right way come postseason, man, this is going to be a special year. This is going to be a real special year because this team is just talented from all aspects of things. And we're not even defensively, we're not even completely healthy right now. I mean, yeah, I thought Reed Blankenship was a pretty good fill-in for the style of team we were going to be playing. But they tried to press us, man. They were trying to kill us out of the slot. They took a bad break with Treylon Burks getting, hit pretty hard, man. He got concussed. I didn't think the hit was as egregious as they made it out in the play-by-play. I felt like what he wanted a defender to do, he led with his shoulder. It was an incidental contact with the helmet. I don't really know what you want a defender to do in that situation. This game's it's a bang-bang game. I don't think there was some kind of a malicious intent to the hit. Look, it was unfortunate, and I do think that they did their scouting pretty well. They knew that if you can get Josiah Scott in a trail position, that you might be able to capitalize on that, especially with a guy like Treylon Burks who has a certain athleticism and size profile to him. Even without Avonte Maddox in the slot, even without, Jordan Davis wasn't able to play but maybe like 6-7 snaps this game, right? Even without having, CJGJ back there to actually, secure the back end of the defense. We're down 3 starters on the defense. I mean, we could say 2 because technically Jordan Davis did return. But with that said, things aren't perfect for our defense right now. We don't have everybody involved in the defense. We're missing Dallas Goedert from our offense. We put up 35 points with ease. We could have easily put up more points than what we just put up. We could have easily done this. Jalen Hurts is surpassing any expectations that anyone could have had. There's just no way that any of us could have come into this season believing that it was going to be this level of achievement. I mean, I had pretty good confidence that he was going to be good. I felt the Eagles were clearly going to win double-digit games, and I thought there was a very good chance we were going to win the NFC East. I felt like, hey, we're probably going to win a playoff game. I feel pretty confident that we'll at least win a playoff game this year. I mean, when you're looking at a legitimate argument for this man to be the league MVP, I mean, this is a legit argument at this point, guys. I'm sorry. You're behind the wheel if you think otherwise. You're falling asleep. I couldn't. There's no way any of us could have predicted this. There's just no way. And I went out on the record. I made this big, collaboration with other content creators where we had, LB and Philly Mike and 500. We had everybody, man. We had everybody. I don't brought E-Rock out of retirement for the video. Some of you guys are asking me about E-Rock, man. He makes YouTube shorts. I don't know, guys. I don't know what his schedule entails. But with that said, everybody came out. We were like, no. We think Jalen Hurts is going to prove to be the franchise quarterback. We think the physical talent, the physical gifts are there. We think he's put a ton of work in, with Tom House and these guys in the offseason. We feel confident he's going to make that leap, and we're going to be in a really good position. Man, he went way beyond the leap. The discussion has nothing to do with him whether, being the franchise quarterback anymore. That's a given. Now we're really talking about, okay, we got to figure out how do we structure this contract? What does that money look like? How do you structure the money to make sense to keep adding pieces around Jalen, right? To keep this thing rolling. You want to keep a window for a good 3 to 4 years, and the only way you can do that is through the structure of the contract. Jalen and how we have to figure out a structure that makes sense for the Eagles in terms of the cap. That's where we're at this point. We have a legitimate Super Bowl opportunity in front of us right now. There is a very good chance that we will have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. We're looking like the number 1 seed to me. This is an incredible season that I didn't see coming. And, man, Nick Sirianni has turned out to be one heck of a hire. He's another guy that I know a lot of you, when I made the video about Nick Sirianni, a lot of you guys were probably like, who's this? What are you talking about, Steve? Never heard of this guy. And I told you, it's not someone I had a lot of familiarity with, but I had kind of heard his name mentioned. I went, before we knew that he was going to fly in for the interview, I went and started watching his interviews. I was just kind of picking up, getting a feel for who he was. And I thought, man, if there's anyone that kind of fits the culture, the bravado, right? That sort of cockiness that embodies the city, this guy really makes a lot of sense. I heard Frank Reich say a lot of complimentary things about Nick Sirianni, and, I thought he would be quite good. I knew that he was a really good game planner. He's a guy who can really put together good game plans. We knew he had no experience as a play caller, but those are different skill sets, to be honest. And what a marriage this has been, man, between quarterback, head coach. Even the defensive coordinator, we got to give Jonathan Gannon credit, guys. He's been pretty good this season, man. When you're only giving up 1 touchdown over the last 6-7 games in the second half of football games, you're going to win a lot of football games that way. I don't even know what to say, man. Even the special teams looked good. How about Britton Covey? Britton Covey with 3 returns over 20 yards. Covey was out there looking decent, man. Blocking was decent. Ellis, they called it from the practice squad, man. Former Viking. Fast linebacker. Really, really fast, gifted linebacker. Now, little guy's got to adjust to the speed of the league. He's got to get some things underneath his feet. But from a special teams perspective, whew. Him and Jack Stoll had some pretty good showing out there on the special teams play. This was the first time all season I felt like all 3 phases, of the team played well. Offense played well. Defense played well. Special teams played well. And I'm going to say this again. I still do not think, with everything I've said here today, I don't think we've played our best football yet. Yes, all 3 phases clicked in this game. Still, ton of penalties. Yeah, I know this officiating crew is complete and utter crap. Still a ton of penalties. I'm not going to blame the officiating crew for what was going on in terms of our line jumping off sides and stuff. They were. We were trying to get a little quick start there. They got called. Still wasn't perfect. There's still another level that can be achieved with this offense. Dallas Goedert's still not in the lineup yet. He'll be coming back pretty soon. Man, when I think about what this team could be, guys, this is a scary, scary good football team. And I'm going to say it, man. To have the opportunity to not only beat Dallas in Dallas, to not only sweep Dallas, to not only really, really get that revenge back for some of the words that the Cowboys players said to our coach, but to make you watch us on Christmas Eve celebrate not only beating you at home, but celebrating the clinching of the NFC East. Whew, man. Let's go. Let's go. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all's time and attention. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. 11-1. This is an 11-1 football team we're watching, y'all. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm out of here.